Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 20 of the PokeGuardian Podcast. I'm Taj from PokéTaj YouTube channel, PokéTaj Twitch, and I'm joined here by Zakariya.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing?
We hope you've all been doing really well since the last podcast. We've got a lot to talk about today, and we will get to that. But let's start off with our usual series where me and Zakariya discuss what we've picked up since the last podcast. Obviously, it's not been too long since our last podcast, so I haven't got too much to show you. But I'll start quickly, show you what I've got. So today I got this... don't know if you can see it. Maybe I have to take it out the sleeve so it's a bit less glare on the camera. But... Professor Oak, Chinese professor's research. It looks very similar. I got very confused because the text at the top is almost very close to the Japanese version. I had to take a double take on that, but it's the Chinese version. So I'm very glad to have this now in 3 languages. It is now, cool. It's number 90 now of my Professor Oak full arts. I'm going to try and get to 100, I think. I've got... quite a few, so that's pretty cool. And then I got this, which you can probably see there.
It's very shiny.
The Reshizard Gold card in English. Now, this was sent to me by my friend Awesome James. I was really gutted because I'd pre-ordered 2 of them from Argos in the UK. They cancelled everyone's pretty much orders who'd ordered these Reshizard boxes, and I'm in a Twitter chat group and I mentioned, my order's been cancelled, and James came to the rescue and said, well, I've got spares. I'll obviously be opening them, but I'll send you one of my spares, and he sent it to me as a gift, so I'm very grateful for that. So those are my card pickups.
It's very nice of him that he gifted them to you.
Absolutely. And he is one of those people in the community who's very much a giving person, always helps people out when he can. So, very grateful for his help once again. So, Zakariya, what did you pick up?
By the way, speaking of those boxes, the Charizard and Reshiram and Pikachu Zekrom premium collections, they are, at least Pikachu Zekrom, they are €80 at the toys. I thought they initially priced at 70, but then I think there's something said no, this has to be €10 more. I won't buy it at this price for 10 booster packs. Booster packs are now also like €6 or €7, and that's a lot of money for me at retail. But positive things. My pickups, I finally completed my Umbreon V collection in Japanese and English. It's very, very nice. It took a while, but no rush. Price dropped as well for a lot of cards. I'm very happy with it. It looks so nice together. On my Twitter, you can see a picture of them all together in one page. I had to upgrade to a 12 pocket page in order to fit them all. It exactly fits nicely. On the other, I picked up a Chinese Espeon V Special Art. Speaking of Chinese, and I traded for a more premium collection. I helped out a friend. Got very happy with it, and I am very happy with my Espeon V.
Yeah, I was very jealous of that. I saw that and I was like, because I'm a big, I love Espeon and Umbreon, but obviously I'm a big So fan as well. Yes.
And when I received it and I unsleeved it, immediately, not sorry to say that, but it looks so nice unsleeved.
Yeah.
It's Japanese texturing. It's printed in the same factory. So it's just, I sort of rediscovered this card essentially. And that's super nice. Those were some of my major pickups. I'm trying to save for the big hitter for next month. VMAX Climax. I think that was all for me for pickups this month. I'm sure I've picked up some other stuff, but again, super nice stuff upcoming. So the next podcast, I think we will have something nicer to speak about in an upcoming episode.
Absolutely, yeah. And as you say, there is some amazing cards coming. And the thing is, and I think we both do this, we pick up cards and we forget that we're going to do the card showcase, so we don't keep them to one side. We're so keen at filing them all away that we forget some of our pickups. But that's our card pickups for this podcast. Okay, so that nicely brings us on to VMAX Climax, because we were talking about what's coming up very soon. And this is going to be released next week, Friday, 3rd of December in Japan. I was hoping to be out there for it, but it's not happened. As I mentioned in the last podcast as well, due to restrictions, I can't go out to Japan. But VMAX Climax coming out, and a lot of cards have been revealed. They've been slowly doing official leaks of the cards and giving us drip by drip pick images of the CHRs and the CSRs, and you can see Zakariya rubbing his hands. There are some stunning cards. I don't think there's any that they've revealed so far that I'm disappointed with. They're all stunning. So just a reminder for those of you who don't know, high-class sets get released once a year, usually just before sort of end of November, beginning of December. It's the last official set release of the year, and it's best of, essentially. It's the best of the year's cards, and some new cards added to that mix as well. You have a core set of about 170, 180 cards, and this time it's 184 cards. And then you have SR or higher. Now, this is where we usually get a bit of a surprise, let's say. We've had Ultra Shiny GX in the past, which had shiny Pokemon in GX form. We've had Shiny Star V last year, which had all the Galarian V cards and all the V cards that were released in shiny form as well. That was a massive set. I think it's 104 what we call baby shinies, which are regular shinies. And then we had the shiny Vs and VMAXs as well. So huge, huge set. And this year, we're getting the return of what we saw in Dream League, which were CHR cards. But not only are we getting CHR cards, because of having the VMAX rarity and having other rarities as well, we're getting CSR cards, which are a new textured variety of the CHR form. It's not just exclusively to VMAXs from what I've seen. V cards are getting CHR treatment as well. CSR treatment as well. So let's just crack on and have a look at what we've got. So initially, we saw the Fluffy, we saw the Zekrom, we saw Gardevoir, Eevee, and Pikachu VMAX revealed. But since then, we've had several more over the last couple of weeks since our last podcast. Some really interesting reveals. Let me just bring these all up and let's have a look at them. I think we discussed this on the last one as well. We had Blissey, I think, Octillery, but we've had quite a few more reveals since. Now, they're not all Vs either, all VMAXs. Some of them are regular cards as well. Some of them specifically very playable cards with abilities or attacks which are very, very meta-defining as such, have been very influential in the game. For example, we've got Frostlass, which has been... Not Frostlass... Frostmoth, Frostmoth, which has been revealed today. Bronzong as well. But yeah, let's talk through these, shall we? So we had Baltundvi revealed. That was revealed, I think, yesterday or the day before.
Yeah, earlier this week. Yeah,
by Ghidorah or Ghidorah. I'm not sure if I'm saying that. Yeah. Or probably Ghidorah is the artist who you've done a bit of research into on PokeGuardian.
Yes. And
you discovered they are a manga anime artist as well. Very popular in Japan and has done some stunning work in the past. And this is very reminiscent of their art style. Stunning artwork, really sort of nice, sort of maroony shades with sort of almost like sunset red. It's almost like it's either sunrise or sunset. I would say it's probably sunrise, seeing as Sonia is grabbing her jacket and running out the front door.
Like that.
And Boltund is getting quite excited. Really nice card. Again, as with a lot of these, you can see a lot going on in sort of the home life or the relationship between the Pokemon and the trainer. So yeah, really, really stunning artwork. I mean, what do you think about this one, Zakariya?
Yeah, just what you said. It's nice to see Sonia in this character wear. I think it's fully deserved.
Yeah.
Again, artist in a biography on Twitter, he said he sometimes draws dogs. You can clearly see the influence in there, the style. I immediately recognized the art style, and very cool artist. And that's what Pokemon Company is doing again very well. A lot of these character rares and CSR cards are done by new artists. There are some existing artists as well, but that's just I know where they have invested their budget in this year in terms of commissions, just all for this. But coming back to the Bolton V, this is the good Bolton V, by the way, in terms of playability. That search for a couple energies and does attack for per energy. But again, very nice card. I really like it. I hope they are textured nicely.
Yes.
That's also one thing, but that's the only downside with these busy cards. They can't be textured as good as other, more 3D-ish backgrounds, and but very nice. I'm really excited for this card.
Absolutely. And what we, again, yes, as you just mentioned, it's a CSR card, so it will have the texture, and you can see in the artwork, if you zoom in, you can see where the texture's already been applied, and hopefully that'll translate well, as you were saying, when the card is released. Obviously in Japanese they do it in a very subtle, great way, which you can see different textures throughout the card and different texturing styles. How that will adopt to English, we don't know when this eventually comes out in English, but yeah, beautiful looking card for sure. Moving on, did we talk about Blaziken last time? I think we might have done. We did. We covered Blaziken. Okay. I'm going in order of what I'm seeing here. We saw Hop and Zamazenta last time as well. We saw the Blissey as well. Octillery, Rockruff, Professor Kukui. Yes. So this is something that I love, because I came into Pokemon during the Sun and Moon era, and Professor Kukui, obviously such a influential character in the anime and the Sun and Moon era as well, and Rockruff, such a great Alolan Pokemon. So this is such a cool looking card. I really love it. Hideki Ishikawa, sorry. Great artwork. Again, you've got that sort of sunlight coming through the window by the looks of it. Rockruff having a little nap on the floor while Professor Kukui is cleaning up the mess around him. Looks like he's polishing the floor. Lovely artwork. And I think this will translate well. This is a CHR, not CSR, so probably not going to have any texturing on it, as previous CHRs didn't, but really great artwork. Your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I think this captures the essence of character rare cards. The bond between Pokemon. I think it translates very well on this artwork. I think it's really nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, nothing much more to add.
Cool. Then we move on to another CHR card. This one's stunning. Claire and Kendra.
Yes.
Beautiful card. Captures the essence of the current season we're in, sort of with fall, autumn, with the leaves in the background that look like they're sort of falling off the trees. But Kendra and Claire are sort of speeding through a lake or some sort of water, probably a river or a lake. It looks like they're going uphill as well, because you can see in the distance behind them the English countryside quite clearly, and the horizon. So it is lovely, beautiful looking card. And as Tuan Lei mentioned, there's a long history between Claire and Kindra, isn't there? 20 years since Claire's Kindra came out in an E-Series set. I don't really know which set it was. You probably do.
Yeah, Pokemon VS versus.
Yes, VS versus, yes. So great card. And you can see the bond between Claire and that Kindra. She's holding on tight as they're speeding up that river upstream by the looks of it. I mean, your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I think that the tweet from, I think yesterday or the 2 days before, I think it says it all. A lot of hype, especially Claire. This is the first time in 20 years Claire makes an appearance on a card again since Pokemon VS. That's something noteworthy. Yeah, Taira Akatsu is just... I think this is the great pick for an artist. Yeah, this is very nice.
Yeah, lovely.
And I think I will repeat the word nice very, very much today.
Yes, I think we are.
Yeah, it's just too good.
Dusk Noir, did we cover this last time?
Yeah, we did.
See, this is it. We've got so many wonderful cards and they're coming thick and fast.
Yeah.
That it's very difficult to remember which ones we've covered and which ones we haven't.
I don't mind talking about them again.
Yeah, exactly. What about the Houndoom? Do we cover that one?
The one was new.
Houndoom is new, isn't it?
Yeah.
So by NC Empire. And this one features Grimsley.
Grimsley, yeah.
Yeah, Grimsley. And it looks slightly different from his other SR card on his own. This one's a lot more vibrant, brighter sort of maroon clothing. He's got a yellow scarf on. It's just a lot more colour, which is typical of NC Empire. They do a very much comic book style artwork. You'd very much typically see this in a sort of Marvel DC style comic, the way that their artwork is done. Love it. Houndoom, obviously there's sort of like lightning coming out of its mouth as it's roaring. Really nice looking card. Again, vibrant colours. Can't complain about this whatsoever. Like I said, every CHR so far is looking absolutely amazing. And this is a single strike Ichigeki card, isn't it?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
So, and it's got that great ability on it as well. So they're very much playable card. As we've mentioned with all of them, they're very much, they're being picked for their playability. You know, these are cards that people will be putting in their decks, will be very useful. So, yeah, great looking card. Anything you want to add to that?
Nothing much more to add. Yeah, cool. It looks nice.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
Oh, it's cool. Right, moving on. Orangaroo. I think we covered this one.
We covered this one. Flapple not.
Flapple we didn't, did we?
Yeah. No, we didn't.
So this one's got Milo and Flapple. Very soft focus, this one. Quite unique compared to all the other artworks. Very, very nicely done. And you can see the focus blur in the background, but the focus is on obviously Flapple and Milo. Milo, again, one of the gym leaders from Sword and Shield, so it's very appropriate as one of the main characters in there that he's got an appearance in one of the CHR cards, which I think is great. It looks like most of the gym leaders have now got their own cards, CHR appearances, from what I can recall. I think there's a few still missing, which we might see later down the line. Yeah,
I think we'll see them.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain we'll see something Marnie related with Morpeko, Nessa, and, I think we'll see everyone, every gala trainer or something like that, having something.
Yeah. But again, do you know much about this artist?
Misaki Hashimoto. Not sure. I think that's a new one. I'm not sure. I can't recall that name.
Yeah, so it seems like a new artist as well. Great style of artwork. I'm not a big Flapple fan, but I would not mind pulling this. Like I said earlier on, I don't think there's any CHR card that that I'm detesting at the moment. They're all looking really good. Moving on, Frostmoth and Melanie. So this one was revealed
this morning.
Is that Aoki?
Yes, Aoki. New artist. Really interesting, beautiful artwork. Very much great for this time of year. Looks very seasonal. We've got Melanie there holding what looks like Christmas lights in her hand. Very nicely detailed drawing. It's quite sharp and distinguishable. A lot of detail, but still quite soft as well. In that sense. So it's done really, really well. Frostmoth is there as well. And the background blur is amazing as well. I love the color textures. Very seasonal, in essence. Beautiful looking card, in my opinion. Again, another one that's hit out the ballpark, I agree. And like you said, this has been illustrated clearly by a professional that knows how to work with lighting and blur and this and that. We've tried to search for the artist. Okay, J-Love has helped me with it, but we have no confirmation yet. But we think we found it. I haven't included in an article the link, but we'll see soon enough. But yeah, let me check which artist it is. Just a moment. Yes, Fumomo _ on Twitter. We don't know. We can't confirm it yet. We'll see in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
But yeah, if you look up at Twitter account, I think we'll see the style resemblance. But again, this specific artwork is fantastic. Again, I hope they will all come back and not for one-off commission. That's the issue with not issue, but Dream League had one-off commissions.
Yep.
All of them were Game Freak staff, internal Game Freak staff. These look freelance artists. So again, I hope they come back.
Yeah,
after this set. Yeah.
And that is one good thing about the CHR cards, is that we do get artists who don't usually get commissioned presenting some artwork. Another one that was revealed at the same time this morning is the Bronzong. This is totally different style. This is very much... I don't know why, it gives me Studio Ghibli vibes, this one.
Yeah, I think the artist is doing anime as well.
Yeah.
So let me look it up really quickly.
But yeah, it's very much so, very much typical Japanese Studio Ghibli style artwork on this one. I just think it looks amazing. And that is that Jasmine?
Yes, Jasmine, indeed.
Yep. So a great looking CHR card, that one. Yeah, and Bronzong's really got personality in this as well. You can see the eyes and the mouth sort of, almost got emotion in it, which you don't usually sort of, I don't know, Bronzong I've always never really related too much to or looked at it very
aesthetic.
Or never really looked at it as a Pokemon in detail, but this one really seems to have a personality coming through. Looks like it's guiding Jasmine through some sorts of hieroglyphics in the background there, maybe some sort of a temple or ruin or something.
Something like that.
Yeah, and you can see there's Bronzongs in the background in the hieroglyphics. So it's obviously something to do with the history there. It's
very
possibly.
Nice.
Yeah, beautiful looking card.
If you look Hayata's Twitter, this is a LinkedIn article. Yeah, the portfolio of that artist is astounding. A lot of similar detailed works. Like you said, very Studio Ghibli vibes. Yeah, I haven't looked too much in this for this artist, but just look at his Twitter and you'll see this is a seasoned artist and not a newcomer.
And it's great how they're getting real pros in. It's great. It's amazing that we get all these Grand Prix illustration artists doing some amazing artwork who are new to it, but to get people who are well known in the artistic community to come in and do work like this, it shows a lot of commitment, doesn't it, from the Pokemon company to get this right.
Exactly. And I see on the Twitter account of this artist, it seems it was commissioned by CD Projekt Red that made The Witcher for a Kickstarter project named The Witcher Ronin. And I can clearly see the resemblance of this art style. He retweeted it. And this is not a low-profile artist from what it seems. So excellent.
Yeah, absolutely stunning. And I think that pretty much covers all the CHRs we've had released since the last podcast. So. So, as we said, looking like it's going to be an amazing set. We're expecting well over 220 cards in this set in total. So, there's going to be about 50 odd super rare and higher. Really, really looking forward to this one. So, let's move on to something a little little bit less exciting, but still exciting in the same sense. We'll move over to English product, which is aimed at new players, people who are new to Pokemon altogether, or possibly not even interested in the card game, but this could swing them into it. It's the sort of product which the original one I saw at the London Toy Fair 2020, I think it was, or 2019. God, when was the last time I went to the London Toy Fair?
I think 2019.
Yeah, it was 2019. Yeah. I went, and I gave information to PokeGuardian on that, and we sort of covered that very early on about this product. Wasn't allowed to take pictures at the time, as Modi were very, very sensitive about letting this one out. But we've had the second version of it now, Battle Academy, which is obviously based on the Japanese family card game set that was released this year in Japan. It's essentially designed to be a board game style game of TCG. You get a solid playmat, which is like a typical board game style in essence. And you get 3 pre-constructed decks included with this. So one's based on Cinderace V, one's based on Pikachu V, and the other on Eevee V. And then you can literally have a fun family time playing TCG with each other. Will come with very comprehensive learn to play guides. So it's aimed at the beginner, someone who's never played the Pokemon TCG as well. Very vanilla cards, no abilities, very simple, straightforward attacks. So it's simply about learning the game. Get the basics right, know how to attach energy, know how to execute an attack, know about weakness, and just hit. But then again, looking at the cards, do they have? Yeah, they do have weaknesses. Yeah, so you do learn about weakness. You learn about applying attacks, and just get you the basic core elements of learning how to play the game. I think it's a very good product for what it is. It's not for everyone. So most people listening to this podcast, it probably won't interest them. But yeah, it's, again, the graphics, the V cards are very straightforward. They're very CGI graphics, but then you've got some unique cards in this. I've got the Japanese version of this, and there were some great cards in there. There's a Snorlax in there that I really liked. There's a Ninetales, which had its unique artwork as well, which has now come in Fusion Art. A lot of these cards' artwork are in Fusion Art, Fusion Strike. Fusion Strike in English. So they were exclusive in Japan to this, but they've made their way to the English TCG in Fusion Strike, which is literally, in my eyes, very much a filler set as far as the English set's concerned. But yeah, great product. And I am going to the London Toy Fair in January, so I might get to see this product in real life.
Let's hope.
And as it's been announced, they should hopefully let me take pictures and videos. So I will be doing I'll be doing a vlog from there, which you'll be able to see on my YouTube channel. So we'll keep you informed about that and let you know on PokeGuardian as well once that vlog is ready and up, and get you more pictures as well if we can of the real product on PokeGuardian. But that's. Is there anything you want to add to what I've just said about this product?
Yeah, of course, the previous iteration released, I think, over 1 year ago, is an award-winning product.
Yep.
It was, I think, best toy of 2020 or something like that. What was it called? Yeah, that awarded Game of the Year at the 2021 Toy of the Year Awards by the Toy Foundation. That is not your average award, I assume, for toys. So, and I think a couple months later they have placed, I think, stickers or something like that, that it's an award-winning product, later iterations of this product. And the Battle Academy in general, it is the ideal gift, like you said, for beginning players and even casual Pokemon fans that want, hey, it's holiday season soon. And by the way, speaking of holiday season, I've published a guide named the 2021 Holiday Gift Guide on PokeGuardian. If you are a casual fan by any chance, and even more seasoned fan, we can help you out with this holiday gift guide. It is included in there, this Battle Academy, the 2020 version, because it's an excellent value product. It is still available for MSRP widely, and that's the strength of this product in general. It's $20 MSRP. It's still available. You can buy it today at your local store. So speaking of this 2020 version,
yeah, and it's been discounted widely as well. I've seen it at reduced prices as well. So obviously the MSRP is that price, but you can see it return 15-20% off at places. So yeah, great product if you want to learn the game.
Maybe Black Friday this Friday, it's even more discounted.
Yeah,
most likely, probably. So keep an eye out on that if you are still interested. I don't assume the main audience, doesn't care about this for now. But the next version, it's a little, again, I'm not too fond of this product myself. Why they reused artwork of Vivid Voltage and older artwork. Cinderace V and Pikachu V just got a new artwork specifically, if I'm not mistaken, for the family card game this year in Japan. Why not use that? I don't understand.
Yeah.
The EVV, okay, that's the advanced deck, by the way. The other two, Pikachu and Cinderace V decks, are numbered 1 to 60. You need to play in a specific order. EVV not. So that's the main catch of the Bell Academy. But ideal gift for casual people in a board game, not a board game, but board game style layout. Yeah, just go for it. Nothing much more to add. But again, I hope they will win another award this year. When this to release, it will release in 2022, so next year.
Yep.
With no specific date yet named. So yeah, just if you are heavily interested in this product, keep reading on PokeGuardian. We will update you and for any prices, and it should be price similar because this is the product for introductions. $20, something like that, MSRP.
Yeah,
I don't see it much more expensive than that.
Yeah, I think you're right there. And that's a great price point for introduction as well, and board games in general.
Yeah.
Just a note: the Japanese version of this was so heavily printed that there were card shops significantly discounting it because it was just sat on shelves, not moving at all. I think they misjudged it in Japan. They obviously. A lot of people know how to play the game, and the interest in a starter product like this wasn't as great as they thought. So there was some major discounts going on a product like this. So we'll see. This is obviously marketed differently in the West because it is in the board game category and section of your toy stores. So expect to see that sometime next year. eBay Japan announced best-selling product. Do you want to lead us on this one, Zakariya? This is a very interesting information. Yeah.
As you might notice, eBay is when Pokemon's included in general is releasing these quarterly results of best-selling and e-commerce trends. And let's just make it quick. The NAGABA promo was the most sold product of all Japanese eBay sellers. And that is interesting because there is no booster box this time. And the previous quarter was EV Heroes.
Yep.
And the past 2 quarters before that in a row was Shine Star V. And the quarter before it was Legendary Heartbeat. And and this time it is the black and white, the very simplistic NAGABA promo. And to give some explanation why it's number one, you could get these if you spend like $15 or something at Pokemon centers in Japan. And it was a free promo. And people were absolutely spamming orders of this product. The Pokemon Center had a lot of Pokemon card game stock left. And all those, how do you say it? The products that didn't sell were
Residual stock sitting in their warehouse essentially got cleared out. Yeah.
Cleaned off. And people were just buying other stock, sweets and clothing, merchandise. Even now you can still buy this promo for $15 on eBay, something like that, sealed. And that's the power of Pokemon. And that's, yes, it's very affordable. I've seen this promo very, very much on the mainstream.
Yep.
And it's a very nice promo. Again, it's just simplistic. NAGABA is an artist that's doing also other collaborations, like we mentioned in the podcast. So if you want to listen on that, the NAGABA stuff in depth, I think, go a couple podcasts back, you will see that. But yeah, again, not much more to add. This is how it is. Pokemon is very strong. I think they have triple-digit growth for the fourth consecutive time. And just, again, the numbers speak for itself. If you want all the numbers and the information, go and read the article on your own time. But again, NAGABA promo, number 1 this quarter. Everything else is... number 3, 2, 3, and 4. What's number top 5? Number 2 is Nintendo Switch. I think, what is this? Body Fight or something like that. I don't know what it is. Something anime related. Number 3 is BTS. BTS, the Korean K-pop scene. Something merchandise. Number 4, I don't know what it is. I think anime related. Number 5, a Honda. What is it? A Glaceon cover. So those were the top 5 most sold products via Japanese eBay sellers.
Yeah. And what's really interesting is, as we just sort of touched on, the Pokemon Center Japan had this available for quite a while. Yeah. It didn't sell out immediately, and literally it was like a Black Friday sale and people storming into a store. The online store just got rinsed of all its stock. It suddenly went from having loads of packs in stock of different older sets to having 0 Pokemon card products, even merchandise like pens, pendants, plushes, all started selling out very quickly. So they even issued an apology, I think, about how long orders were being taken to process. Yeah. They were going to take 1 or 2 days extra because they just were inundated with orders. They couldn't cope with the volume. So yeah, it's obviously cleared their warehouse out for brand new inventory to come and fill it, because this is the best blowout sale you can have. Give this promo away with every 1,500 yen purchase, and boom, great, So yeah, absolutely stunning promo. Very simplistic, but very, very iconic as well. And I think it will age well with time. But there are so many of them out there. Don't think of this as being your cash cow and earning you mega bucks in the future. But yeah, that's a NAGABA promo. Looking now at Friendly Shop promo. Now, this is a bit of sad news. First of all, we're seeing the Scorbunny promo. Great artwork, I have to say. Dedenne in the background's just been wiped out by the looks of it. Scorbunny's come running through because you can see the trail of flames. And it's obviously, boom, whacked Dedenne as it's gone past. But yeah, this is going to be the last one for now, at least. Yeah. Because they're saying that the collaboration is coming to an end in December with the Friendly Card Shop. So these have been traditionally, if any of you guys know about Japanese promo cards, Friendly Card Shop promo, Pokemon Card Friendly Shop promo has been, you always see it's not the most playable or iconic card as a promo. Very simple sort of cards that you would just take a glance at and not even think about again. But there's always been promo cards in the past. But it looks like that partnership's coming to an end now.
Yeah. Pokemon Friendly Card Shops are not like Pokemon Leagues, but they are essentially a relationship between stores. If you spend, in this case, 990 yen worth of Pokemon card game related products at these specific stores, you will get the one promo that's been for a couple of years now, since Sun and Moon. And what is interesting, the last promo, which is the Galarian Slowpoke, illustrated by Sauso, I'm sure you have it, was 9 months ago. And usually these were, I think, like each time it was like 6 months between each release. But yeah, this should be the last one if we don't, if we may read. So quite sad. I think these are excellent promos. They don't cost much, but these are absolutely fun. Like I said, fun artwork. Yeah, I will miss these.
Yeah, and it's a real shame. And from my understanding, the sort of Pokemon card friendly shops are convenience stores as such that sell Pokemon card products.
Yeah.
So, for example, recently you had the Celebrations 5-packs with a Chansey coin and a promo pack. They are usually found at convenience shops, and these are usually sort of those kind of shops. 7-Eleven and Lawson's in the past have had their own promo cards as well, but I think they might fall under this category. I know Lawson's have definitely got their separate ones, but yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, it's a nice little promo card of Scorbunny. I think we've had Sobble in the past in this series as well.
Yeah.
Which is quite cool. Right, here's another news story about theft or crime. I saw this, and this just made me think of AliExpress, to be fair. 7,000 kilograms, nearly 7,000 kilograms of counterfeit Pokemon cards that were headed to your native country, my friend, the Netherlands, were intercepted by Chinese customs. Have you got something to tell me there? It wasn't you, was it?
Not yet.
No, he's not a mass importer of under dark, shady Pokemon cards. No, but these were, and all joking aside, this is quite a serious issue. The pallets of this stuff were stopped by Chinese customs. Counterfeiting is a serious issue, and obviously these were being imported into the Netherlands to sell to naive parents, essentially, from what I would expect.
Maybe
because or people who want to resell again to people who are not so well knowledged. Younger collectors or parents of younger collectors who will be purchasing stuff for Christmas might see this product at €10, €15 and think, wow, that's a bargain. Why is it so cheap? I'll grab one, not knowing that they're buying counterfeit goods. But the great thing is it's obviously taken these off the open market, but we don't know how big an impact this is going to make, because if this is destined for one country, this is probably a drop in the ocean of the amount of counterfeit Pokemon cards. And like I said, you can go on 100%. AliExpress. There are thousands of listings with lots of feedback where people have given feedback, so that they've been selling them for a while and they've been shipping them out. This is nothing new, but I think this is the most high profile seize that we've heard of in recent times.
Yeah. This is what is. They mentioned this is one of the biggest cases of intellectual property protection at this specific airport in years.
Yep.
If I can explain this more, it was labeled as none, the brand, and they were suspicious of that. And, it could have been copyright infringement, so they investigated the customs officers, and they saw it was labeled as Pokemon, the booster boxes. So it is branded. And, they have tried to mimic it, to reproduce it as counterfeit. From what I see on the pictures, it is Spanish 5th voltage. But who knows what could have been more in there. These were indeed headed to my country, to Europe, maybe to Rotterdam. There's a huge port in there, one of the biggest in the world. Who knows? It could have been distributed at other countries. This one is Spanish. Like you said, a lot of people don't know any better. They think hey, my kid will get 100 cards or more for €5 or something like that. It's very a cheaper alternative for parents that don't want to invest in this hobby. And For some part, I can blame. I blame them. For on some part, they don't have much money to spend on this hobby, and that's where a little bit of awkwardness comes. My advice is, if you can't pay for this hobby for your children or your family, don't do it. Rather, give them toys or something like that. No fake cards. That's just that will it will spread around the schoolyard when kids are trading. And in the end, when your kid is growing up and sees everyone, hey, I've got this Pokemon Pioneer. Hey, maybe it's worth something. And that kid that's probably grown up in the upcoming years will see, hey, these are fake. Thank you, Dad and Mom, for giving me fake cards.
Yeah, I think you're right. It does open up the whole debate about who are Pokemon cards marketed for, because they're not the cheapest of products.
No.
The sets are getting bigger and bigger. If kids want to build decks or want to collect, it's not the cheapest hobby to get into.
No.
So, by buying counterfeits, potentially, as you say, kids could be trading unknowingly counterfeit cards for genuine cards with kids who've actually invested in the real thing. I've had it in the past where I've had relatives ask me to vet certain listings and say, is this worth it? And I'm like, do not touch it. The barge pole is counterfeit, and report it. I report it immediately. But yeah, it's a hobby that if it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true.
Yeah, that's a good life lesson.
Yeah, it's generally. Try and avoid the counterfeit stuff where you can.
Yeah, and when you import it yourself, it is illegal in many countries to import. When you are from a country, and residing in a country on holiday and bring it with you, in some countries it is not illegal. However, if you ship it, importing it, essentially, that's illegal. And you could face trouble at customs by law. So please keep it in mind. If you think, hey, this is a good deal, probably will slip if you buy not 20 pallets, but maybe a booster box or such. They won't probably bother. This, however, this is 7.6 tons. That's nearly 7,000 kilos. And they mentioned there were over 400,000 packs. If someone criminally would be selling that for MSRP each, we are talking at least $2 million or $1.6 million if you sell it for $4 MSRP.
Yeah,
and that's why it probably has been intercepted. This is very, very big, and if you underestimate it, hey, it's up to you. This is a lot of Pokemon cardboard stock. There are over, I think, 2.7 billion cards sold in the last fiscal year of 2020. And like you said, this is the tip of the iceberg. This is nothing. This is not the whole thing. This is probably 1.8%, maybe less, of the total of that's out there. So it's a very sad reality, but just educate yourself. If you don't know how to check, there are a lot of guides, a lot of YouTube videos, and the best way to learn is, I don't recommend it. Buy it yourself. Buy a batch from, like you said, AliExpress. I don't recommend it again, but the best way to learn is to do it yourself. Wrap them. If you bend them, they will not bend the same. And again, experience. Yeah. I shuffled through, I think, more than 1 million cards in these years. I think you the same, Taj.
Yep.
Just experience.
Yeah.
So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And the problem is, again, it's down to a victim of its own success with Pokemon. Yeah. It's 100%. A massive industry now. It's going to attract the counterfeiters because they want a piece of that pie. Yeah. And it's an easy way for them to get into a market which is lucrative.
Very lucrative.
So yeah, interesting indeed. Okay. that's our news story for the week. Let's move on to some move away from the crime news stories and move on to a trademark story, shall we? So, Zakariya, you usually hit this pretty well when you spot trademarks. You saw another one from Nintendo Creatures and Game Freak, and this usually leads to a set name. This one is called Incandescent Arcana. Incandescent Arcana. You
pronounce better than me.
Yeah, Incandescent Arcana. So basically, sort of light up Arcana, lit up. In Japanese, it's Hakunetsu no Arcana. Again, falls under Class 28 games, toys, and playthings, with the TCG also falls under. Very reminiscent of previous set names. It's got a set name written all over it, hasn't it, I think?
Yeah.
So we think it's a possible feature set. Where do you think this one will slot in, roughly? Because we've had quite a few, haven't we? Last few podcasts. So I think we're all good up till about S11, aren't we, or something?
This could be the set after or the trademarks again. We've had Battle Region that's likely to be revealed soon.
Yeah.
We have got the dates, the reveal dates. I don't know. Wait, let me put it up. I've got an image here. They said Battle Region late January information reveal. So that's the first expansion pack.
We had the spooky typed named one as well, didn't we?
Which one?
There's one that was quite a spooky sort of ghost typey one as well, wasn't there? So so there's probably 3, 4, 5 sets down the line. So it's nothing immediate, but it's obviously something that's coming into production right now, potentially. The art's being collaborated, cards are being finalized, possibly could be in production already. We don't know what the production runs are like and how soon they start. But good to see another trademark. And this one's around light by the looks of it.
It could be Arceus related, maybe a Sui set that's based off the Arceus Legends game. But indeed, like you said, we've got Space Juggler and Time Gazer. I heavily think, speculate that is the Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl sets that's releasing after Battle Region. First we have Starbirth in Japan. That's January. We have Battle Region that is set to be released on 25th of February. And I think Space Juggler and Time Gazer will be the set after that. And I think then we've got Dark Phantasma, if I remember, then Lost Abyss. And then we have Incandescent Arcana. So I probably can't pronounce it properly, but that is it. It's called indeed again Hakunetsu no Arcana. So there you have it. Probably Arceus, maybe Heatran, or again, maybe something unannounced related to the game. We will see.
Absolutely. So another interesting bit there. Okay, shall we move on to our main focus of the podcast? It's all around Starbirth and Brilliant Stars. So let's start off with S9 Starbirth. It was officially revealed. So this is 3rd November. I think this is just after the last podcast we did, wasn't it?
Yes.
The day after. And we're like, damn, right, straight after the podcast. It's been much anticipated, finally revealed during the Champions League 2022 Fukuoka live stream. It's the first set of year 3, which is what we were expecting. We're expecting this set. We knew that the Legend of Arceus game was coming out. There's hints that with the TCG and relates to the video game quite closely as far as timelines are concerned and releases. So, we were expecting something very similar, and we got exactly what we were hoping for. So this set is going to be released January the 14th. So 5 weeks after VMAX Climax. So a little bit of a break, one extra week. But that's obviously because the seasonal holidays, etc. as well need to be considered. Regular size booster box, so it's going to be 30 packs, five cards in each pack. First time in a while we haven't had a double set release for the start of a year. We've been having that quite a lot recently. So it's interesting that my lights keep going out. The batteries run out on them. But yeah, absolutely. Great set by the looks of it. Artwork's been revealed as well. Very much Arceus is the artwork. The VSTAR mechanic has been revealed, and there's several other products as well, including the premium trainer box, which again I was expecting. I did say that I think last podcast as well, didn't I? Every new set you kind of get. What do you get? You get a high class set release just at the end of the year before Christmas, and then in the new year you get your new start to a new TCG year, and you'll get a premium trainer box as well. It's a proven set methodology that Pokemon Japan use. It works really well every year. Get the high class set, get all the cards you need to build decks, and then get the premium trainer box to get your brick of energies, your damage counters, your V-Star markers, and some seriously good item and trainer cards to mix in with that. But yeah, what do you think of this announcement? I mean, some really good stuff was announced on the day, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a busy day today. There are no huge surprises. This will be a little bit of slow month. They are probably like Battle Styles, holding some things, bits in. Let people slowly getting used to the V-Star mechanic. There is no special arts mentioned this time, so maybe you can they'll stop with the special arts in year 3. That would be a little sad for me because I think the special arts are the best thing on the Pokemon TCG right now. V-Stars, they look very busy.
Yeah,
there is they somewhat remind me of Level Lexus in a way. I think we've discussed Arceus V-Star before, but how it was released, Starbirth on the stream, they did not reveal Arceus first, but Charizard V-Star. Not something else. No, Charizard V-Star. So the manager himself, the creative director, he was in there. He probably said, "No, let's cut to the chase. Charizard. Everyone know Charizard is not dead yet. Technically, it's still a Gen 4 Pokemon, so they can do it." There are other V-Stars also coming. These are not revealed yet in Japanese, but they are revealed in the English equivalent that is named Librarian Stars. We'll talk about that in a second. The issue is that there are many Japanese cards. They're also revealed in Brilliant Stars, so it's a little duplicate, a little bit more of it's the same. I think let it come. I'm probably holding back myself. I want to know what is in this set before I will buy it blindly, because we don't know much about it. We know there are V-Stars coming. There are a lot of nice cards coming as well, especially for colorless cards. There is, I think, Charon Scare.
Yep.
That is essentially an Acerola from Burning Shadows for colorless Pokemon, which is absolutely insane. That is so good. That will absolutely buff colorless Pokemon in general. But on the other hand, there isn't much to discuss. Charizard V-Star, Charizard V is revealed. There are a bunch of Moltres and a lot of trainer cards.
Yeah, I think the cards they revealed are very specific towards mechanics to make that Charizard work. Yeah. So, for example, you had the You had the Moltres, which could fit in that deck as well. You had Kindler,
Yeah.
which is very, very useful in a fire deck.
Yeah.
Magma Basin, which works great with Kindler because you're discarding fire with Kindler to get 2 cards from the top 7 cards of your deck. So you're discarding the fire, and then you've got that Stadium to then basically apply energy from your discard pile to one of your bench. So you can apply 2 energies per turn, essentially, to your fire Pokemon and charge up your Moltres and your Charizard V and your Charizard V-Star. So yeah, it's interesting how they've done that. Charizard, for me, I really hate it. It just looks so CGI generic.
Yeah.
The V and the V-Star, I'm not a huge fan of it. The Arceus V-Star, yeah, you know what? Actually, that does look really nice. I think the pose and the way it's been done is nice, the colours, etc. But Charizard really does look... I don't know. It doesn't look amazing to me.
Yeah.
For my personal opinion, it's not a great looking card.
They look nice for triple rare cards.
Yeah.
Because they are essentially the replacement, from what I see, the replacement of VMAX cards.
Yes.
As we know them. We don't know, again, we don't know the full set yet. There could be special arts. Who knows? My issue is on the V-Star, there's a small section that is essentially showing a big star in the artwork.
Yeah.
And it's not technically a full art anymore. It's half art, essentially now. And maybe the full arts will look nicer than this, especially when the gold border, they are gold. Yep. Again, it could look nice, but I want to see more yet of the set before I pull the trigger.
Yep, it is one of those sets. Yeah, it's not tempted everyone just yet.
It's a base set for the year.
Exactly, and they're not going to put everything into the base set. They're going to slowly build it up.
Yeah,
like we saw at the end of this year with the VMAX Climax. For
exactly.
Sure. Okay, February 2022. We're going to get this as Brilliant Star in English. That was officially revealed on the same day. We saw all the artwork for all the packs. Interestingly, we saw also, as well as seeing Arceus and Charizard, we saw Shaman and Whimsicott. Yes, that's it, Whimsicott. It looks like the artwork Igawa continuing with it.
No, Anasaki Dynamic.
It's different, isn't it? It's different, definitely.
Anasaki Dynamic.
Looking at the close-up, yep. So the artwork's looking really awesome as well. Over 170 cards. That scales it down a bit from the last set release.
Yeah,
but with secret cards, that's going to probably get close to 200 plus. I'd expect at least 30 secrets, knowing how things go. 4 brand new Pokemon V-Star. So there's only 4 V-Stars in here. 20 powerful V and 3 enormous VMAX. So we're continuing with VMAX in this one.
Yes.
For now, I think that's just a sort of overspill as such of certain products from VMAXs.
Most likely.
Yeah, that we haven't had in English just yet. 15 full art Pokemon V. So we might only be getting 4 V-Stars, but we're getting plenty of Pokemon V in this. Again, some of those full arts might be a spillover from earlier. 30 cards with special art in the Trainer Gallery subset. Now, Trainer Gallery subset. I wonder what that could be. I think it's CHR, CSRs, essentially.
Most likely.
More than likely. And that's probably where the VMAX comes into this as well. Because we are going to have, obviously, some of them are VMAXs.
Yeah.
It's interesting, it's a subset. So how will that be distributed in English? Will it be similar to CHRs, i.e. the reverse holo slot?
We'll see.
We will have to wait and see. Will there be a guaranteed amount in a box? We don't know. No one knows until this product's opened and seen. But it's interesting that they're calling it a subset.
Yeah,
that's official Pokemon terminology for the 30 Trainer Gallery Special Arts. 22 trainer cards and 1 new Special Energy card, which I think we've already seen. 6 full art supporter cards as well. So the English release. Again, they're continuing with the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer box. This has been a bit of a trend now, hasn't it, for quite a few sets?
I think so. Let's stay.
So those of you who are in North America, the lucky sods you're going to get an extra 2 packs. You're going to get an extra a different coloured set of sleeves, which is Pokemon Center exclusive, and a metal coin usually, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, good for you guys. You're getting some extras. I think the price isn't that much more either. So it's
I think $10 more.
Yeah, I think it's worth it just for the extra 2 packs, exclusive set of sleeves.
100%.
It's definitely a nicer product to have. But yeah, anything that you want to add to what I've just said?
Yes. We'll start with the VMAXs. A lot of people say VMAXs stay in year 3. I don't think that's the case.
No.
Why is we haven't seen any information or any something that indicates VMAXs are still staying.
They've climaxed.
Yeah. The VMAX over for I assume.
Yeah.
What they did reveal after the reveal, Mimikyu VMAX and Aggron VMAX were mentioned in the descriptions, and Kingler VMAX from the Japanese Star Deck 100.
Yeah.
Mimikyu VMAX and Aggron are totally new and yet unrevealed in Japan. My take is these are unrevealed cards in the Star Deck 100. We know so little of the decks of the Star Deck 100, and these release on something in December 17th. So in a couple of weeks, we know all 100 decks.
Yep.
And I strongly assume there are unrevealed VMAX cards in there. And by the way, Marnie's Pride was revealed as well the last month. So I think we have something to see in VMAX Climax, super rare related.
Yep.
Speaking of more training cards, there's also a very important one. A little bit of topic. Gala Friends was also revealed.
Yes, we didn't talk about that, did we?
Yes, and same attack name as the Alola Friends. And the rumored article from I think August or September mentioned Gala Friends SR would release, and that was before the set was officially revealed.
Yeah.
So if you liked Alola Friends and you have it, be prepared for next month.
I have. I've got it on my shelf back there. So yes,
Yeah.
it's gonna. If I don't pull it, it's gonna cost me a fortune to get that card. But
let's see. Continuing with Brilliant Stars. The Trainer Gary subset, like you mentioned, they said there are 30 cards. 30 cards are not the total CSR and CHR cards.
Yep.
In VMAX Climax. Let me have a number. The set in Japan, VMAX Climax, ends at 184. And Blissey VCSR is number 254.
Yep. So
have fun collecting all the other ones, or some that are not released yet.
Yeah.
Tech All Stars cards as of now, I think more than 3 years or something like that by now, have not revealed. Have not all officially released yet. The Rashizard and the Picarom gold cards are recently revealed after 2 years or something like that, which is, in my opinion, crazy that it still is possible. They should have done that much earlier. But hey, it's a marketing strategy probably, because these will fly off the shelf during Black Friday, most likely. They did the same with Jirachi GX Full Art, which is also from Tech All Stars. But again, continuing with the Brain Stars, Shaman VSTAR and Whimsicott VSTAR are also confirmed. And I think that's about it, really.
Yeah.
We don't know more than this. We've got some products we can discuss. let's get it out straight. The EV promos, the gym promos, are Glaceon and Leafeon. The smaller Checkline Blister is Eevee. That matches the artwork, luckily. And Flapple from a core promo.
Yep.
And I think that's about it. We've got a Build and Battle Stadium. Not that exciting, but it is there if you want pre-releases in a bundle. And what is interesting, UK distributors have listed the Build and Battle Stadium. That is new. Before that, it was North American exclusive. I think Canada, America, this and that, but not in Europe. So that is very positive.
Absolutely is. And as you say, that continues with the Pokemon Gym promos featuring Eevee and its evolutions. This time, I've described it as a multiverse event that Eevee has a split timeline. In one timeline, it turns into Leafeon, the other it's Glaceon.
Nice.
So you're going to need two of those Eevees if you want to continue the pairing for that. But as you say, it's interesting to see that the Battle Stadium's coming potentially to the UK and then Europe as well. That would be great because build and battle kits are usually exclusively for pre-releases here in Europe. So to be able to have that as a product you can purchase off the shelf potentially will be great. I know they've sold build and battle kits as individual products in North America for about a year, 2 years now, outside of pre-releases in big box retailers. But that's good to see that that's coming over here. But yeah, generally speaking, as you say, it'll be interesting to see how the rest of the CHR, CSR cards are revealed. Pokemon does not care if the card's out of rotation. They'll release it. Look at Hidden Fates, they released Hidden Fates when all of those, most of those shiny GXs were out of rotation. Tag All-Star cards, again, they're releasing them when they're out of rotation. That's not important to them because they know they're more collector pieces than anything else because these cards have previously been released in different forms. All the CHR and CSR cards pretty much are reprints of previous cards, just a different artwork. So, take that as you will. So we'll probably see some other products featuring them later down the line. But that's I think that's that. And then should we have a look at the Leafeon VSTAR and Glaceon VSTAR special?
Before that, this small detail in the Build and Battle box. This time, instead of an evolution kit, you'll get a 40 card ready-to-play deck. That is new.
That is new.
And take it however you want. It is a ready-to-play deck. So that's an upgrade from previous past Build and Battle boxes.
Yeah.
And the Checkline blisters and the triple black pack blisters, they contain an oversized coin for the first time, not the smaller coin. So if you like the oversized coins, congratulations to you.
My only concern about those, though, are that the coins now overlay the foiling on the cards. So potentially in transit, we might start to see cards with scratches on them because the coins usually sit just underneath the foil pattern of the card. So that'll be interesting to see because now it just slightly on the single check lane blisters. It will definitely impact that. From the triple strip check lanes, the coins totally separate from the card. But it would be interesting to see the quality of those promos as people start pulling them out, those single check lane blisters.
Yeah, I personally have not seen incidents where cards were indented by coins. So I will see how it will end. But I don't think there's an issue that will be prominent soon.
Yeah, they do raise. They are usually pinned in, and they are flush off the card. So you usually don't have a problem. Let's see if that does cause an issue or not. I did go to this a bit prematurely, but let's go into it now. Leafeon VSTAR and Glaceon VSTAR special collection officially revealed. So in we got an inkling of this because I think was it Taiwan or was it
Hong Kong and Taiwan? Yeah,
Hong Kong and Taiwan had the Leafeon and Glaceon V as pre-order bonuses for, I think, was it
Brilliant
Shine,
Diamond Shining Pearl,
as sealed promos, and these were then announced as this particular product. So you will be getting hold of, again, some Evolution V-Stars as jumbo cards, and getting both of them as promos in this set. This is going to be released, we think, February 25th.
Yeah, there's no... It's
no
like
release date.
March. It's spring.
Yeah. But interestingly, you get 5 booster packs with this, an acrylic marker for V-Star, code card for the new Pokemon Trading Card Game Live. You get the etched, which means textured, oversized V-Star, etched of Leafeon and Glaceon. So yeah, I think it's a pretty decent product, especially for you Evolution fans out there, which I happen to be one of. Great product. Again, very little other than that information that we've got. It's going to contain, obviously, I'm assuming Sword and Shield era packs with a couple of the latest set, which is obviously Fusion Strike, and potentially Brilliant Star as well. But yeah, nice little product. Or it could actually be an intro product. I know usually what we do tend to get is at the beginning of a Pokemon new era or year, you get a sort of preview product which comes out before the official set, which is probably why Fusion Strike is more prominent there. Is this could be a tease almost to the official set and getting people used to the V-Star, because we have seen that in the past, especially when Zacian V and Zamazenta V were officially announced. They came out in the old jumbo size, larger Sun and Moon size, and came with the Sun and Moon packs before we officially went to Sword and Shield. So it could be a similar stance in this sense as well. But nice product, shows exactly how we're getting those cards in English. Interesting product. And I think, anything you want to add on that?
Yeah, not too much, but it does include an acrylic V-Star marker, which is new for me, for this kind of products. Again, because VMAX did not have a marker, there are no mechanic like that. The Japanese version was teasing this with the distributor listings. When was it releasing? Let me have a quick look again. February 4th. February 4th. And next month it will be revealed. It was called the Sword and Shield Special Card Set Grass or Ice V-Star, something like that. However, we got a reveal before Japan. That's also something to be celebrated because we don't have that much. We don't have it often. Nothing much more to add. Essentially, we know what the promos are. We know how they look. We know the moves. Yeah, they look all right. They somewhat remind me of the Level X cards.
Yep.
The V-Star cards. But I like the Level X more, the original, less busy. But again, I think I haven't seen a sell sheet yet. For some reason, they are not available. And I think these are $29.99 USD. That's the price range these boxes probably would go for, not $40. Nice product. Nothing much more to add. Again, we will see what will happen with all these V-Star cards. And I'm curious, we will see more of the Evolution V-Star cards, because these are clearly original cards. Of course, these are, Diamond and Pearl related stuff. We'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, interesting stuff indeed. So we've got a lot to look forward to over the Christmas period. Again, next week, Friday, launch of VMAX Climax, the high-class set in Japan. Big release for all of you Japanese Pokemon card fans out there. And again, it's going to shape what you're going to see in early next year and potentially throughout the year. Next year in the English sets as well. And again, with Brilliant Stars revealed as well. We've got a lot to look forward to in the new year. So great information, great news. Again, check out PokeGuardian for all the latest news in Pokemon TCG. PokeGuardian website, PokeGuardian.com. The Twitter is always active. You get loads of posts from Zakariya and the team just getting information out there to you guys. So just make sure you follow, turn those notifications on from there. You can follow me as well. I'm on Twitter as well, very active, always retweeting stuff from PokeGuardian as well, PokéTaj, on all the social media networks as usual. Hope you guys have enjoyed this podcast. We're going to be back with PokeGuardian episode 21 soon. In the meantime, as always, if you've got any questions for us, just go to PokeGuardian.com, hit that comment section, and leave us some questions, anything you want to ask. We're really curious to hear from you. This is all about getting information out to you guys and also what you want to hear as well. So, we try and keep all of the information we give you, well, it is all factual. We don't speculate on stuff here. We hope you've enjoyed the information and knowledge that we give you guys, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. So thank you from me and goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.